Did you ever ask them how they chose 10 pounds and why not 11?
Never.
In 2016, I was hosting a seminar for coaches from around the world to come out to my brick and mortar facility to learn how to assess clients the way that I was. A reporter came. She brought her friend Emily with her. The reporter was there to take the seminar and to write a story about what we were doing. Her friend Emily was just there to be her confidant, so she didn't have to come alone. As we went through all of the movement assessment and did all of the testing that we needed to do at the seminar, we were moving into some strength testing. And I saw Emily move away. She didn't want to do it. She was concerned. She was nervous. And so I asked her, what's going on? Why don't you want to do the strength assessment? And she told me that she had herniated a disc not very long ago, about a year, and the doctor told her never to lift more than 55 pounds again. Now, Emily was in her 20s. She was an otherwise healthy woman who was fairly athletic, who had been lifting weights her entire life, but the doctor told her never lift more than 55 pounds again. And so I told her I thought that that was foolish advice. I thought that she could actually lift a lot more than that if she chose to, and that she was in an environment where if she was ever going to take a chance on herself, this is the one. We started loading Emily's weight up from 55 pounds on the ground. We worked our way all the way to 55 pounds. She got nervous. Then we went to 55.5 pounds by throwing quarter-pound plates on each side. The amount of time between Emily lifting 55 pounds on a deadlift to Emily lifting 55.5 pounds on a deadlift was more than 5 minutes of mental preparation. An able-bodied 20-something-year-old woman who was very athletic and had a lifetime of training needed 5 full minutes to mentally prep herself to go from 55 pounds to 55.5 pounds. Why does that matter? Well, because by the end of the day, Emily pulled 205 pounds for 8 reps off of the ground without low back pain. Less than 2 years later, she became an alternate on the United States Olympic team for skeleton, which is basically hurling yourself face first on a sled down the bobsled track at insane speeds. And in order to do that, you have to qualify by doing a 1-rep max power clean over a given amount of weight, which is a fairly complex exercise at a fairly heavy weight. And Emily, just a few years earlier, was afraid of 55.5 pounds. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch, the owner and founder at Active Life. And I want to teach you today through a conversation that I had with another person, a stranger on the sidewalk in front of the post office in Long Beach, the importance of asking questions and giving people the opportunity to see the flaws in their own thought process so that they can be set free of the constraints that that thought process puts on them. I was sitting out in front of the post office when a woman told me that she hasn't lifted more than 10 pounds off of the ground since she had back surgery more than 4 years ago. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was. It might be in the video. She might talk about it. She's perfectly capable. And what I want you to do when you watch this video is I want you to be thinking about what it must be like for her to go through life with that belief. Then what I want you to do is take a step back before you make it so that it's you versus her doctor. I want you to see the way that I help her break down that belief without making that doctor out to be a bad person, without asking her to either trust me, the stranger she just met on the sidewalk, who's more credible than her doctor, or her doctor. We don't want to put the wedge between our clients and their medical professionals. We want to arm our clients with the ability to ask the medical professionals better questions. Watch the conversation, come back at the end, and we'll talk about what I did that I want you to learn how to do for your clients.
What do you recommend for someone that's over 55 years old?
What are your goals? What do you want to be able to accomplish?
Be healthy.
You just want to be healthy?
Yes.
Okay. How's your diet?
Pretty good.
How do you define pretty good?
I stay low in carbs, in
Okay.
sugars. I stay away from like sodas and flavoring things. Nothing is artificially contained.
Great.
And besides that, I don't know if I'm doing the correct thing.
Well, that sounds like you're off to a pretty good start. The simplest advice I can give you is maximize your protein intake. So optimize all of your food for protein.
Okay.
Try to eat half to your full body weight in grams of protein per day. If you don't know how much grams of protein you're eating, just eat more protein.
Okay.
And do you do any strength training?
The problem is that I had back surgery, so I'm pretty cautious to be pulling my back or something.
What was your back surgery?
It it was 2015, but I don't remember exactly what it was like a fusion.
Okay. Do you remember what levels?
L5.
Okay.
The lower level.
L5S1?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
You had a disc injury?
I did.
You had pain down your legs?
Yes.
You had some numbness and tingling, maybe even some weakness?
Yes, I do, and it's getting worse with time.
You still have that?
Yes.
We have a lot to talk about, man. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I've seen the doctor, orthopedics, pain medication, and probably it depends how it works with time, another surgery. I used to be in EMS many years ago, and I pulled my back with all the strain with the stretchers back then.
Yeah. Reaching over the table, turning.
Pulling at patients.
Yeah. Okay. So did they tell you not to lift any weights?
Yeah. No more than 10 pounds.
Did you ever ask them how they chose 10 pounds and why not 11?
Never. Because we think they're like great doctors, they know what they're talking about, and we depend on them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, I think they're trying to do their best. Are you in a rush?
A little bit.
Okay. So
my mom she's elderly and.
Yeah. I'll get you to her quickly. What I would suggest you do is ask the question: how come 10 pounds and not 9, and why not 11?
Okay.
Because what happens then is they can't actually answer you
Right.
because studies have shown that 10 pounds, that's not true. So what they're really trying to do is keep you in safe positions, lifting loads that you're capable of that are below your capacity.
Exactly.
If you don't lift loads that are heavy enough, you're on the fast track to your capacity just reducing until you actually can't lift more than 10 pounds.
Exactly.
So my recommendation to you would be to, if you have the budget for it and the time for it, find someone who can help you train with weights safely so that you can build the strength without the injury. If you don't have the budget for it, start following our YouTube channel.
Okay.
And get all the advice that you need for free.
I like that part. Meanwhile.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right, I'll find you on YouTube.
Yeah. By asking her why the doctor never suggested 9 pounds or 11 pounds, it obviated for her that the doctor wasn't actually choosing 10 pounds as a number that had any kind of evidence behind it. It was simply a way for the doctor to say, this should keep you safe, which means there's latitude in that number, which means she can try to find where that space is, which means that she would need a construct by which she can decide how to choose what that latitude is. And I gave that to her by telling her that the doctor wanted her to maintain good technique within her capacity so that she doesn't put undue stress on the injury that she once had. Now all she needs to be able to do is learn what is good technique, what is within my capacity, what is undue stress. Those are your job, coach. Those are your job to dictate and to teach and to help your clients understand. And when you can do that, you can help women like this or men who are sitting in the same exact scenario as her live entirely different lives than was once scripted for them. One of the things that she mentioned in the video was that she had to leave because her elderly mother needed her help. What if that elderly mother fell on the floor? What if that elderly mother got stuck in a chair? She has to now make a decision. Can I help my mom up? Or is that dangerous for me? You can set her free of that. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.